good, YouTube? It's your boy 2K the God, my man Sess. Welcome to the Gods of Boxing Talk. Now, for this segment, we want to do what the God speaks, kind of break down two prospects in the sport of boxing that's getting a lot of pub. One's going to be Mr. Big Ass Jarrell Miller. That's not his nickname, my bad. It's AKA Big Baby, kind of like Glenn Davis in the NBA.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And the other one is Caleb Plant. Now, these are two guys. Well, let me take that back. Caleb Plant has been on my watch list for a little while now. I've been watching him. You know, trying to follow his. Jarrell Miller is a guy that really, for me, just kind of popped on the scene. I seen him fight 3 fights ago. It was my first fight, and the first thing that I noticed was how he called out every motherfucking body in the heavyweight division, but he was extremely limited, in my opinion. So,
I absolutely agree.
So, Jarrell Miller, he's 18-0 with 1 draw, 16 knockouts. He's 6'4", has a 78-inch reach. Caleb Plant, he's 14-0 with 10 knockouts, 6'1", 74-inch reach.
Up?
Give me your opinion on Mr. Jarrell Miller first, man.
Man, Big Baby. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man. Okay, well, this past Friday I watched him fight Fred Cassie.
Right.
And I actually like Big Baby. You know what I'm saying? I like him, man. I think he's good for the division. He's another character. He's another personality.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Most of all, he believes in his abilities. That's what I like about him. Right. You know, and I think that's one of the reasons why he calls a lot of cats out, is because he really does believe in his ability. I don't think he's necessarily trying to rush to get no money.
Right.
You know, I think that he legitimately believes he can beat a lot of these cats. The only problem with that is, he can't right now. You know what I mean? He can't do it right now, man. He's very limited in his skill set. And the reason why I say that is because I'm looking at guys like Tyson Fury. I'm looking at guys like.
Keep going. Gotta move my head to the left.
Word. I'm looking at cats like Deontay Wilder. I'm looking at. Yep. So, even Anthony Joshua, you know what I mean? He's not ready for that level right now. And the Fred Cassie fight told me everything that I needed to see.
In 3 rounds?
Yes, absolutely. Really, and I'm not bragging, but shit, the first round told me everything I needed to see.
Hey, no, real talk. Hey, shit, we got that ability. We've watched highlights of a motherfucker hold a fight and got it right.
Yep,
so, yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I say this all the time. You know, the title of the show ain't us bragging. You know what I mean? That shit is for a reason.
That shit real.
But yeah, man, against Fred Cassie, absolutely no head movement. None whatsoever. He was literally walking into punches. I mean, it kind of reminded me of, and this is no offense to Jarrell Miller, but it reminded me of a chick that has a fight with her boyfriend, and you ask her what happened the next day, and she like, nah, me and my boyfriend was playing, and I ran into his fist. You know, so like, that's what he was doing. I was like, yo, my man, duck, slip, do something. Like, so, and another thing is he's very, very, very slow. He is very slow.
Oh my God. That was one of the biggest things, the biggest knocks I have on him. It takes this motherfucker 15 minutes to get his left hook to land on your body.
Oh, yeah.
15 minutes, B. I ain't even exact.
It was some of the shots he threw at Fred Cassie. It was almost as if I was watching a slow motion replay.
Yeah.
He was literally swinging at him like this.
Oh man.
So that was something else I did see. I mean that I didn't like. But I do believe once he settled down a little bit, he stopped actually trying to just straight go for the knockout, you know, and he started taking advantage of having Fred Cassie's back on the ropes.
Word.
Fred Cassie from round 1 to round 3, his back was toward the ropes and he was moving around. Word. He was moving around, but the thing was, and I don't think Jarrell Miller really anticipated this. When Fred Cassie was moving, he was letting his hands go. He was boom, 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 and he was moving. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I mean, it wasn't no perfect footwork, but he was moving. Another thing I seen was that Jarrell Miller does not know how to cut the ring off. And I always say this, if you're gonna walk a cat down, if he's using any type of lateral movement, the motherfucker can be walking to the right or walking to the left.
Right.
You have to cut him off. You do not chase a man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And a lot of viewers are gonna, take chasing the wrong way. To me, chasing is, like I said, if a dude is walking and you're not cutting him off, you chasing him. I don't care if the motherfucker has got Aris Landy Law footwork or Stone Feet Canelo Alvarez footwork. If he's moving from right to left and you a step behind him, in my mind, you chasing him because you ain't cutting him up. Word. So he's got a lot to learn, man. The only plus was he got Fred Cassie out of there in the third round, and he's a heavyweight, so legitimately, he has naturally heavy hands. Absolutely. That's another thing that I did notice about him. Even though he punches slow, he punches really, really hard.
Yes.
So I will give him that, but again, he's a heavyweight, so I don't put a lot of emphasis on it because as a heavyweight, I do believe that you're naturally a more bigger boned guy. Right. So your punches are gonna be strong. They're gonna hurt. Yeah. But before he starts calling out these cats, man, I think he has a long way to go. I think he really needs to learn a lot of things. Yep. And he needs to work on better fundamentals. Yep. So that's what I got to say about Jarrell.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, B. Like, I mean, it's at the max. The only thing, one of the things I can say is that he does use the jab. I mean, he's got a 78-inch reach. It's not as if he's just slugging motherfuckers, on the inside, giving up his reach and possible height advantage. He does use the jab. He will jab his way inside. His best thing, his best, let me put it this way. He's more comfortable getting you up against the ropes. That way he can get you at close range. Yep. But before he gets there, he's going to jab his way inside. He doesn't just fucking walk in. No, it's not like that. So only problem with that is guys that have an excellent jab like Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, this boy up. Now he does keep a high ass guard. Yeah. But after a while, when you taking stiff ass jabs like Joshua or Wilder's, their jabs are like straight right hands. Yes. So you taking stiff ass jabs here. Exactly. About 4 rounds, but you gonna be like, and your head go out. You ain't even trying to do it. It just happens. That's what it looks like to your opponent. You see what I'm saying? So I see them tagging the shit out them arms and eventually getting to him. I think he gets knocked out by both of them, Joshua and Wilder, right now. I think Tyson Fury thoroughly outboxes him. Oh, yeah. A subscriber, he asked us our take on Jarrell Miller. I said he's a little too green right now. Yep. I said I would like to see him in the ring. I love his confidence. But I would like to see him in the ring with some of the B-level fighters, the second-tier heavyweights like Kubrat Pulev, Erkan Tepper, Bryant Jennings, Robert Helenius, Andy Ruiz, anybody before he fucks with Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury, and the other cats I just mentioned. He can't fuck. Even Ruslan Shagayev. I want to see him in there with Ruslan Shagayev, who is, I think he's right now the WBA champion right now. Okay. Get him in there with Ruslan Shagayev. Yep. The guy that Luis Ortiz getting ready for, Alexander Ustinov. Get him in there with him. There's a bunch of B-class fighters, that he could fight. Mike Perez. There's a bunch of them before he actually jumps to the heavyweight elite. Now, his promoter seems to think he's ready. And his promoter is quoted as saying, he's ready for any world champion. Greg Cohen. Come here, bro.
Yeah, man. Come on over here.
Greg, as long as your ass ain't putting on them gloves and taking them heavy-ass shots from them big motherfuckers, Sit your ass down, bro.
Exactly.
Real talk, man.
Ah, man.
Next.
Yep. My man Caleb Plant, out of the super middleweight division, fighting at 168 pounds. For those that don't know what the weight limit is for super middleweight.
Yep.
Caleb, where do I begin, man?
Uh-oh.
Yo, 2K. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I'm sure a lot of cats gonna come at me sideways.
Oh.
But here it is. Not too impressed with Caleb Plant.
Okay.
Not very impressed with him, man. I think he's another cat that has a long way to go. Like we talked about this earlier. In my mind, when I hear a lot of praise for a cat, I critique them very hard. Okay. Caleb Plant to me is talented. Okay. He's a very talented fighter. He has very good movement. He has what looks like very good defense. The problem with Caleb Plant is that's all talent.
Right.
Okay. I don't see a lot of skill. Okay. Something else that I think is kind of deceiving. He's 14-0 with 10 knockouts. So you would think that he packs a little bit of a punch. I don't believe he does. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you need power to be in the super middleweight division because Bottle Jack is currently one of the main guys, and he don't really got no power.
20-12. 20 wins,
20 and
12
12.
knockouts.
Exactly. My man was hitting Lucien Boutte with some body shots that should have made some cats throw up. And, you know, they didn't. But I don't think he has a lot of power, okay? So what I want to get started on is the movement. I respect his movement. I respect his head movement. I respect his defense. The thing I don't respect is when you are this good defensively, but you don't make a cat pay for missing. I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker missed by an inch or a mile. I don't care.
Okay.
You make him pay.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? If, like I said, that motherfucker missed, I'm going to go to the body.
Ugh.
You know? If he missed long and he overextends, bow, I'm catching him over the top of that. Okay? The thing with Caleb Plant is his footwork and his defense is so good by his own standards, I believe, and by a lot of the fan standards, that he doesn't take enough time to actually, I think, sit down on some punches and actually put some real type of work in on a lot of these cats, because a lot of these cats shouldn't even be in the ring with him.
Okay. I agree
You know, but I understand he's a prospect. They're building his career,
Exactly.
and he needs to fight these guys.
Exactly.
So I definitely get that. Now, like I said, that's everything I just mentioned with missing and getting hit. Those are fundamentals. Okay, that's the fundamental part. That's the part that you learn, and you have to beat on that craft, and you have to really make that a part of your game. Okay, so I'm not too impressed with Caleb Plant right now. I think he's a good 14-0 fighter, but I don't know how far I see him going in the super middleweight division once he starts to move up the chain. We talked about it earlier. I think a cat like George Groves may beat him. You know, I mean, and a lot of cats may disagree with me on that. But another thing is, I think he's probably a slightly better or a slightly worse version than George Groves. You know, George Groves is another guy that and let's be honest about it, he's a white guy that fights with the rhythm. You know what I mean? And I
Got
think
a little soul in him and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what kind of threw Carl Frochall in their first fight.
Good point.
Was that George was able to fight in a real nice rhythm, and he was actually able to use his feet, use a little head movement, and all that other stuff. But I think that's why Caleb Plant is getting a lot of props. Don't get me wrong, people. I like this dude. I think the dude is great. You know, I would like him to be a little bit more vocal, but if that's not in his personality, it's all good. But I need to see more of him, and that was something that you mentioned earlier, 2K. Earlier on, I didn't think he was fighting enough. You know, so I need to see this cat 3 times a year. I need to see him 4 times a year. I mean, I need to see him in the ring, you know, just getting these fights. You know, I don't care who you fight. Just get in the ring, man, and show another wrinkle to your game. Right now, like I said, I'm gonna end it with this. I think a lot of people are praising him because he's a white fighter that fights black. You know, and I don't mean that in any type of a, you know, racist way or anything like that. I just think that he's kind of like an oddity. You know, it's like something that you don't see too much. It's like, whoa, hey, is he dodging? Is he weaving? Oh man, he's kind of sweet. He's, you know, punches are hitting his shoulders. And, you know, so, I mean, I'm not too impressed with that. That doesn't really stick out to me.
Let me correct a few things that we had both just agreed on. Caleb, when we say Caleb Plant is not fighting enough, what we're trying to say is that there's not enough footage on him. Okay, because he's actually fought. He fought 5 times in 2014. He fought I think 6 times in 2015, and then he's already fought 3 times this year. But the only footage we have on him is literally like 3 or 4 fights. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. We want him to be more out into the spotlight. And that's probably a promotional thing. That's probably something that we really can't knock him for. But it's something that it gives us more leverage to basically properly assess his abilities and his style. And basically make the comparison against the elite in his division. And sus.
There we go. That's cool.
I mean, I like the kid, man, and like I said in the beginning of the video, he's been on my watch list. I don't have too much professional fight footage on him. I have more sparring and more training footage on him. Also, I know a guy that I work with that has trained with him when he was a 15-year-old kid, and he's given me some inside tips of how his father would put him through rigorous training methods. And basically it showed in sparring. When he sparred with him, the guy I work with was like, the dude kicked my ass more than once in sparring, you know what I'm saying? So, and this has him as a 15-year-old kid. The guy that I know is about 10 years older than him.
Damn.
Yeah, so almost 10. It's like maybe like 7 or 8 years older than him. But that still is a 15-year-old kid beating the shit out of a grown-ass man. So he said at that point he's always known that the kid was going to be a great fighter. And this is with me just talking about him. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know that kid, you know. So I think he has – I agree with Sess. I actually agree with Sess more than I disagree with him. I disagree that people are rushing to judgment on the kid. But I do agree that there's things that Caleb Plant does that he needs to work on. It absolutely 100% agree that he needs to make fighters pay. He fights in the kind of counter-punching style position, or the counter-punching style, excuse me. So, but he's doing more he's doing more of that, but there's nothing in return. You see what I'm saying? Just like my man Seth said. So, if you're going to be in the Mayweather gym, you're going to be training with a lot of the Mayweather fighters, and I'm pretty sure that he's getting close-ups of how Mayweather does his thing. Well, you need to reciprocate that. You need to regurgitate that. You need to take what you're learning and what you're seeing and do that as a professional in the ring. Now, I didn't watch his last fight, but the fight before that, he got a KO of a guy named Carlos Galavan. I thought, if I can remember correctly, you two correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that fight, it was a KO in the 4th round. But I believe, if I can remember correctly, I was like, they didn't have to stop that. Or they didn't have to call it out. You know, they counted the guy out, and I was like, he could have continued. You know, I can't really remember. But even in that fight, I was kind of like, you know, I need to see Caleb in there with some of the, again, just like Jarrell Miller, some of the B-class fighters like at 168, shit. Martin Murray. I always be forgetting that nigga's name.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see him in there with Martin Murray. I want to see him in there with Rogelio Medina.
Yep.
Put him in there with the cat that knocked out Badu Jack. What's his name? David Edwards or some shit. Knocked out Badu Jack in the first round. Put him in there with that cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
I think Jalen Love is at 168 if I'm not mistaken. He's either at 160 or 168.
Yeah.
If that fight could be made, that's an excellent fight. George Groves. I think that's a little too much for him right now. George Groves.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
George Groves is a little bit too much for him right now, but that still would be a good lesson taught. Yeah. I think he'd lose that fight, but it'd be a good lesson taught. Mm-hmm. You know, so I maybe bring him up a little bit. I think Rogelio Medina would be a good fight for him.
Yes.
That's a good test for him. See what he could do against a pressure fighter like Rogelio Medina. If he folds under pressure, then hey, he's just another fucking Jalen Love, right? A guy that he actually trains with, side by side with, a lot. I've seen a lot of training videos with those two like hanging out, jump roping together and shit. Mm-hmm. So if he folds under pressure, well then he's just another Jalen Love. Dang. But if he can actually do, his style effectively against Rogelio Medina, who, by the way, is susceptible to the counterpunching style based on his own style, and he does it effectively, and he can eke out a win, a knockout, or maybe a unanimous decision win, even majority decision, well then, hey, maybe he is legit.
Yeah.
So that's just what makes it hard on Caleb, man. We need more footage. That's
word.
You got anything else to add, B?
Nah, that was it, man.
All right, YouTube, do what you do in the comment section. Let us know what you think about these two guys, Jarrell Miller and Caleb. Do what you do, but be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.